Kathy. Good. We're glad to have you. Oh, here's the golden gal. I signed this up. Hey, Ash. Should I sign you up?
Oh, you're doing sideways.
Yeah. Well,
Where's your little pole?
I forgot it. It's one of those mornings. I'm telling you. I know.
Did I bring mine? It's in the van.
It's okay. I'll just have to hold it.
Need it.
Yeah.
Although it's
I
not
don't.
that
I don't know
great.
why I.
Is it the one that guys that falls?
How's it going?
Good. How about you? You
Good.
look lovely.
Did you happen to see any of the protesting we did yesterday?
No, I didn't know.
We went to testing center, and then they said vandalizing the building, da da da. The Popo came. I was like, oh, good. I was like in the middle of chopping. It was great.
That's not vandalism.
No, I know. They said,
And if it is, it would be
they-
city.
No, the first thing
That's
they
what
said
they
was like,
told them.
he's like, I don't see vandalism. He's like, I see chalk. I see papers.
And it's
he's like-
right erasing.
And so then they have this whole thing, and I was like, can I thank you guys for being listening? I said, but can I get your numbers because we've been documenting this, and this is super important because it's still happening. So,
You still have it?
yeah, and she filmed. The supervisor came and
What?
went
Which
inside.
supervisor?
I forgot,
Get the
but
card?
I forgot.
Yeah.
But
Can,
yeah, it's.
can I take a
Yeah, I
picture
have
of
all the
it?
info.
Or can you
got
send me a
it.
picture of
But-
it?
So I was like, Audit, I need your help if we can getting the whole
Yes.
CPRA for all of that.
Heck yeah.
Because I said, are your
And then
cameras
a follow-up.
on? I said, are your cameras on? Because there's another little
Yes,
thing.
you have to.
I
And a
tried to
follow-up
give
letter.
him the Scientology pamphlet flyer, and he said, thank you, but I don't want to take it because I know they have they're watching, and I want to be
Yes.
fair to both sides. And I was like, that's
That's-
actually
yeah.
very smart.
It is, but we
And
can
then I said,
do a meeting.
Then his partner that was younger went in and he took something from them, and I said, oh, what's that? I said, can I see what that is? And I made a joke like, is it a picture of me or something? And then I was really serious, and I was like, wait, why is he allowed to take that? And he said, I just told him he should not have taken it. So I caught that as well. So that's all on
Awesome.
the body camera. So I want to see what that.
Then let's get
paper
it.
was.
Let's get it. Yeah, and let's get a
I
meeting.
want to see if all of our faces or something are on it.
Yeah, and let's get a let's get a meeting.
Yeah, I want to know what it is.
The educational meeting like
Probably
we did.
about me, but still.
No, but let's get an
So, yeah,
educational meeting.
I'll show you the
I want to. I can't wait to see it. How did I not? How did I miss it?
Oh, Dan was live.
Huh?
Dan was live.
Dan walks. Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
go live. I was just talking.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I was. I went to bed early. I was not. I was in a lot of pain. Well, I went to urgent care for my knee.
Yeah. Are you okay now? Is it better?
No.
A little? No, but not as
A little
bad.
bit. I mean, no, a little bit better. Yeah, no, a little bit.
I'm like, but you were in hell yesterday.
Huh?
So it's a little bit better today.
Yeah.
Do they have like something that you rub, like a pain removing thing?
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
you
like
put
the
on the outside?
lidocaine. You know.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
I had the patch on. It's like a patch. So it's helping for now.
And is it just from the like moving?
No, I injured it. Like,
And so it's like inflating.
yeah.
Is it an old injury?
No, I mean, well, it's you know how like a lot of times, like that when it throws me and my foot goes down, like
Yeah,
so
you
it's
have to, like,
old and then
catch
it's like a new, you know.
Yeah, I have something a little bit like that with my knee. So,
Yeah, and then. Oh,
sorry, now I'm jumping. But
No,
then back to the thing
yeah,
yesterday.
that's more important.
She filmed Parker. Parker's the one
Oh,
who
yeah?
called in, and the guy Nelson would try to say, "Oh, that was from an earlier one," and I was like, "What do you mean earlier one?" So
I want to know why
it
they're
was-
calling.
It was testing center that called, but the thing is
They
that
called
like
from testing center. Parker's at testing
Parker
center.
Osmond's
We drove
like
by
he's
an
in the
hour
contacts for
before
whenever
that.
something happens with security, whatever. Like his contact is there to like hit him up, like whatever.
He's the
And then
one.
in the bottom it says like due to a swatting cause, call a supervisor, and that was from like 2024.
Okay.
2 years ago. Okay.
Well, we need to deal with the partnership too. To say this is no, because they already learned when they try to get rid of Dan and all that stuff. See, they just don't like all that stuff.
Also, last night the partnership called, and they came specifically to pull off signs that were all over the trash can.
No.
My big eyeball sign was leaning against it. So then he tried to come and take it, and I was like, "But," I was like, "Hey, she
Can you
got
send
it
it to
all."
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, send everything.
it's
So I'm
just-
gonna-
and then I
well,
went, I was
I'm
like,
gonna
"No,
talk to
you
her. I'm
can
gonna
empty
call
the
her,
trash
too."
can. Do not touch
Yeah,
our
I'm
protest.
gonna talk to her,
signs. You
too.
can clearly see this as
Yeah.
protest. And then he kind of after, but he was giving Ashley a lot of shit.
Do you know have his name? Do you have his
He
name?
was. He was trying to be like, The guy, no.
Oh, the trash man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he was so dumb. He literally like.
He was so.
Do you have his name, like, or picture?
No, I didn't get his name.
Did you get a picture?
But we have him
I wasn't
on. But you do have him on camera.
Can you get me?
Oh, dang it.
But maybe
Dan
on
has
Dan's,
it on his
okay, because we
stream.
need to look at that, because I can
So-
follow up on all of it.
I
We need
was
to
like,
follow
no,
up
you are
every
not
single
allowed to.
time.
Yeah, every single. So that happened. There's multiple things that
Wow.
happened, and I was like, actually, this is sort of puzzle for me not to.
Do you know, yes, no,
present.
yeah. And do you know,
And so-
hi, Michael. Yeah, because well, that's on a public works property.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then not only that, there was one guy there who realized what happened. Like, you know, kind of older. The guy that was working with the partnership, the moving the trash can. He's an older guy, and he was like, I didn't talk about it. I didn't say anything. I didn't. And I didn't. Like, he realized. Oh, he's like, I'm just taking the trash can.
Yeah, because, well,
But
they're
then
on
he was
notice
kind
too.
of annoyed that he was put in that situation.
Yeah,
So
they don't want to
he
be
felt very
called. Yeah, of
uncomfortable.
course.
But I was like, I get it. I'm just
He was
letting you know.
probably getting harassed with calls by Scientology all the
They
time.
do, I know.
Like, they pulled up with the whole truck just to get the
I'll
signs.
get from them too. I'll get
And the
this.
trash can was like not even half full. Not even.
Anyone
with
can give me any
crumpled
information. If you know a
Dynex flyers.
timestamp,
The
anything to
trash
make it easy, I
literally
will
had
go do
crumpled
all the
Dynex
follow-up.
flyers in the trash.
Good.
They
Good
That's
come
how
out
I
vlogs.
feel.
every
Like,
5
look
minutes
and
to
see.
replace the trash bag. Only in that trash can, that corner, like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes
You're getting calls by
when we were
them.
protesting. And then the cops came and all that, which we handled well, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I want to get on, like, to really get.
Yeah, no, I'll do. Absolutely. All right. Well, I mean, hi, Jen
There's
X.
other
Hi,
things too,
Amy.
but I'll tell you.
Irish.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to get started.
Lear's
Welcome
named
to the regular
Miriam.
scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works.
Cricket.
Wednesday, March 11th,
Irish again.
2026.
Good morning, everyone.
Please take roll and establish.
Oh, shoot. Good morning, everyone. Apparently, there's some shenanigans yesterday.
We are joined this morning by our City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works President Ken. We have two public commenters and two multiple agenda item commenters joining us here in New York. We have three public commenters on
What,
the platform.
yeah, the other one,
And
yeah.
no here with council commenters.
Thank you very much. We will get started with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes. For the general public comment segment of each regular meeting, testimony shall be limited to comments on subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed in the public comment period. We will start with our in-person speakers. We have Auditor Red.
Okay. Oops. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to talk about the shrine again, okay? As we know, there was an incident which I'm requesting a formal investigation into by Public Works. Basically, because the city attorney has already made it very clear that they cannot prevent pedestrians. It's on your page 2 of your permit, you know, even when they have a special events permit. But somehow Scientology got Bureau of Street Services, along with Kern Price's office and LAPD, to whip up like a little shenanigans where they closed all 4 streets. And you're not supposed to, you said you're not going to be closing streets if the event is indoors. It was indoors. And then they also closed the sidewalks. But since they know about page 2, they can't close sidewalks, what they did is say they're going to make it for locals only. And we had Scientology, you know, people who make slave wages, looking at everybody's ID to see whether or not they belonged. And how do they know if you belong, right? I could be, you know, you could live there, you could be in the dorm there, I could be, my child could be there, I could be visiting but not live there, I could be a DoorDasher. It could be anything. Who is Scientology to determine who is permitted on a public street? This is illegal, and please do an investigation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have Laura Evans.
All right.
President Payne, quickly, I am getting reports that the Zoom attendees are experiencing a very low volume. I did attempt to review the settings on the tablet volume for the Zoom platform. They appear to be at full volume, so I would encourage anyone on the Zoom platform who's having difficulty hearing to join via the YouTube channel that is listed on the front of all of the board's agendas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Laura?
Hi, board. Good morning. So I do want to say I've been noticing, obviously, more of an awareness for sure about the permits. I've been driving by. There has not been as much closure on the fake L on Hubbard Way Boulevard, which soon we are hoping it will be turned back or given an option deed to be turned back to North Moreno Street. I do know that there is effort being done. I want to echo what Autumn was just talking about the Shrine Auditorium, because we will be there this year again doing that protesting in a very loving and peaceful way. And for them to have that street closure shut down is just complete gang, like that's what gang members do when they get the city to get on their side, to like stop people from exposing their crimes. So if you could please make sure they do not get any closures for any sidewalks or streets around the shrine. They can have their event inside, whatever that may be, but other than that, it's infiltrating the environment of the city because they don't need that. That's just to stop people like me from seeing my father.
Thank you very much. We will transition to a virtual platform.
President, and we'll start with Gigi.
Right, Gigi.
Okay, so I'm gonna focus on the portal and how hard it is to find permits and find out what the permits are supposed to be about, where they're supposed to be, what times and all that stuff. There was a time where it was easy to look up this information, there was transparency. But Keith decided to switch something up, and it's so hard to find this information. And Scientology cannot be trusted when they're showing the police the permit themselves. They could just print something up, they could edit it, they could doctor it. I don't know what they're doing. How would I know that they're giving them the correct permit? You know how I would know is if they were looking, if the police were looking on the portal or looking at something directly from you guys stating what was going on with these permits. Scientology can't be, trusted when it comes to just showing them the first page and not saying anything about how they can't block the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Thank you, I yield my time.
Great job. Gotcha.
We'll move next to Miriam.
Hey, Miriam.
Hi, I want to also generally comment on the permits given to the cult of Scientology. Also, because these permits are not necessarily always applied under the cult of Scientology, but one of their front groups or other organizations that they are running. I'm fairly sure that Lara or Audit have given you a list of all these different organizations that are run by Scientology, and therefore they can even get permits, even if you're monitoring whether you are giving any permits to Scientology, they can be applied under different names. So I'd really like you to look into that. Also regarding the shrine, which was completely a sham, the whole thing, because Lara, my friend, was protesting there 3 years ago and saw her father, they have decided to restrict access to the complete surrounding area of Shrine Auditorium.
Great job, Miriam.
Just to not let children be able to hear.
And we'll move next to Paula and Zero.
I'm just going to repeat everything everybody said prior to me, the four previous callers, the two callers and the two in-person speakers. Sometimes I feel like I'm really talking to a brick wall when we've been coming and telling you about the shrine and all these things that went on there, and you're not doing anything about it. No one's there to enforce what they're supposed to be doing, and both they do put the page on the website and continuing to give permits to them. You have studies in the child trafficking that's going on. The internet's available to you guys. Why don't you use it and figure out what we've been trying to tell you? Bye.
Great job, Amy. Have a good one, Ken.
General public comment.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the general public comment portion of today's meeting. Move forward with multiple agenda items public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, of a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This will be only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the item that you speak on when you are called. We will start with in-person speakers on an election.
Good morning again. I want to start with number one. We're going to down to brass tacks about sidewalks. It seems like, you know what the will is, right? We have to do our sidewalks, but you're given a really long time, like 30 years to do so. So it seems like you're just like throwing pennies at the problem, because every time I come, it's like $1 million, $2 million. And believe me, I traverse these sidewalks. It's going to take a lot more than that. And so I'm asking you guys to please, please, please step it up. And even though you may have the time to do it, the 30 years, I'm just asking for, especially with the Olympics, Paralympics coming, we need our sidewalks. Okay, the other one is number 4, okay. I find this one really interesting because you're saying that there's incurable default, right? And so you want to cancel the contract. And I love that you're doing that. Like, it shows that you are policing your contracts. But we've been coming up here for, 2 years now almost, asking you to revoke the revocable permit, which is revocable, which is a contract. And it's not on the agenda, which I'm hoping that it will be, because they too are incurable default, okay? They have everything that they do, whether it's slave wages, they're doing labor, which they're not allowed to do in public works. They're not showing their insurance, everything. It's the same thing, and so it's correlated. So I don't know why one is on here and the other one's not. The other one I wanted to talk about, number 6. I almost gulped when I saw this because it says RFP. My brain switched it. I thought it said RPF, which is Scientology's jail, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're not going to do that here in Public Works. And when it comes to Hyperion, I still want to keep saying that I kind of wish the city, since we're so broke, would invite other entities, great or big organizations, maybe like Disney, because you're trying to make it like which is a great idea, make it where kids can come and enjoy it and the public can come, and it's not just about water, it's a teaching instrument. Why not have like a Disney or, people who do animatronics or things like that? They're experts at that. Let them come, put their name on it, put their, touch on it, and save the city a lot of money. When it comes to minutes, I don't know why it's hard to put the minutes on. I was talking to Jose earlier, but not just the minutes, but also I was asking him about like the because this has been put on a lot, the time clock. So people calling in, it gets really hard because like here we have this clock. I know I have 6 seconds, but you don't get that. So this little things, if they could put that in the minutes and everything that's being said in the minutes, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm taking it with me. Oh, no, it goes up there. You need it, Laura.
Oh,
You need it.
I'm such a rock star. Here, this is okay, hi, good morning. I want to echo what she was just talking about the minutes. It's super important for us. Again, we talk about I know that you guys have even the agenda here with all of the, exact details of each step. If you could just have the minutes with everybody's quick line calling in, asking for revocable permit for Scientology's out on Harvard Way. Calling in, asking if Sea Org members can stop working on public streets without having fair wages. Like, these are all common sense things, but it's also for people that have left the cold, that are hoping to get their parents out. It's a long shot, but I'm trying the best ways that we can. And to have that reflected on the minutes is going to help us in court cases. It's going to show that we have been asking the city, we've been asking you guys personally, individually, and so whatever you guys are doing, I appreciate it individually. If you guys know that you've been like looking at things, or I know that you guys have also been, hopefully with the little booklet pamphlet, maybe checking programs or future permits with Scientology based on that. And so, yeah, if that could all just reflect in the minutes, it would be really helpful. And then with Neighborhood Council, I just want to comment that they should definitely be a part of this, and they should also have these booklets so that they were able to help Public Works with the neighborhood. And, yeah, I guess that's all I want to say for now, but please, thank you so much on the minutes. Thanks.
That concludes multiple agenda. Please, Madam President.
Let's go to city council.
Thank you very much. With that, we'll close the multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes
It's okay.
for Monday, March 2nd,
But what if they're calling public comment?
2006.
Yeah.
Is there a first visit?
Hi, guys. So I need to go. I'm on- Okay, guys. Oh, Rick, I hope your son's okay. Sending love to him. Yeah, over there, they don't care. So, thank you. What? Well, thanks. Hey, guys, yeah, everything I was really happy with today. I'm always happy, though. Huh? That's funny. Wow. That is cool. Yeah, that's very cool. The sun and the moon. That's very cute. Okay, if they call. We can ask them to check.
Nobody else was here.
There's only a handful of people. Yesterday was a toughie.